And welcome to another brand new episode of live Forex trading. So, welcome to another brand new day. We are here. We are up and running on the YouTube and Zoom side by side, waiting for our Slack friends to join in the Zoom. And some of my YouTube guys are here already saying good morning, guys, good morning. Hope all of you guys are doing well. So, we are gonna start just in a second. Checking the system for the first few minutes of the stream. Just checking the system if it's all good. And looks like everything is working good here. All right, so what I'm going to do is set up my terminal. Try and set up my terminal at the same time. All right, so and just give me a second. All good, all good. All right, so it looks like Ricardo's here. Ricardo's saying hello, everybody. Hello. Ricardo says hello to everybody in the YouTube and everybody. I hope you're doing well, Ricardo. I hope you're doing well. Trying to set up my terminal here. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do, right? So obviously we know we have this interest rate and all of this monetary policy happening today. So we will see. Just give me a second. Oh my god. Okay, just give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. And it looks like we are about to see monetary policy, interest rates, and all these news and summary in the next 22 minutes. So in the next 22 minutes, obviously we're going to see pound yen move with a lot of volume potentially, and maybe we will even see some fireworks today in pound yen. So keeping an eye open for that. So what I'm going to do is just give me a second. I am available. Just give me a second. Just a message. And okay, so let's go into the pound yen pair and let's break down what's happening in pound yen from a monthly to even today's a smaller time frame sort of a structure. So let's see what's happening, right? So for example, if I actually erase everything in pound yen, looks like the current monthly candle is rejecting that bottom price support very hard at this point in time. So what are the chances in all right, just give me a second. I'm getting I'm getting crazy messages on my phone. So I'm about to mute my phone because I don't want to be distracted at this point in time. So look at this. So the monthly candle, looking at its recent price action, it's actually rejected the support pretty hard, right? It's actually very logical to expect this monthly candle to actually flip bullish. If this monthly candle starts flipping bullish, all of this liquidity on the downside could result in pound yen to push up. That could be a fair bit of chance. That could be the chance, right? So we have to wait for another 20 minutes, and in the next 20 minutes, obviously, we will see how. In the next 20 minutes, we will see how the news is actually going to affect pound yen. Is it actually going to move up or what, right? So I'm exactly not going to take a trade around. Sorry about that. Around the news time, but I will see if I can actually scalp into buys. I'm trying to see if I can actually scalp. I'll scalp with a buying sort of opportunity once the price starts pushing up, breaking these key levels. So that will be nice. That'll be actually lovely, lovely, lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my levels. So from a monthly sort of a level, this resistance from the side was a key level. 154.930 is a key level for me, right? That's a monthly level where the price is very close to at this point in time. If price starts rejecting it, starts moving up, starts flipping bullish, there is actually clear traffic on the left hand side which the price can attack. So where about can price attack? If the price is moving up, maybe 160 160, even 160, let's say 300. That could be the possible target on the upside on a monthly sort of a time frame. Let's go into the weekly time frame and see what's happening on the weekly. All right, so weekly time frame, obviously, this is a key rejection level. This one right here. From here, dun dun dun, 155, 7, I would say 710. That is a key rejection level, a weekly sort of a key rejection level. Maybe once price starts breaking 155, 710, there is higher potential for the price to move up. Look at this. There is a wick on the left-hand side that the price can actually dive into. So it's actually quite interesting, isn't it? That's a weekly sort of that is a weekly supply area. This right here, 160, 300 is a weekly supply level. That's the level from where price has rejected so heavy. So that's actually interesting. Interesting. Let's see what's going to happen. And for possible sales, if the candles start pushing down because of the monetary policy and whatnot, the market's reaction, once candles starts breaking 152.010 in a weekly sort of a time frame, it's so apparent that the sales could last all the way down even to this level. That is 149,695 level. Let's go into the daily time frame and see what's happening. All right. So looking at the daily time frame, price has been lurking up for some time now, has been grabbing liquidity, rejecting the bottom, moving up, rejecting the bottom, making proper support, making proper platforms to push the price up, right? So recently, look at the daily candles maneuver. Look at the way the candles has rejected. Right? Maybe some of the news phenomena has been priced in already, because pound yen has been bullishing up for some time. Look at this. The most recent 3 days in this week from Monday, price has been bullishing up and rejecting the bottom pretty well. So what does that tell us? Maybe is that an early sign that, the news has been priced in already in pound yen? That could be the case too. But for clear sort of a buy, I have to see candles first breaking 155.710 at least on a weekly sort of a time frame. On a daily, if I have to fix that level, that level is going to move around 155, let's say 875. I have to see these levels being broken on a daily time frame. So maybe the news is actually going to pump the price of pound yen all the way up. Until then, if you actually look into the 4 hour, today's 4 hour looks like it's ranging side by side. It's neither going down, neither going up. It's still hanging around that support area. So I have to see how the monetary policy is actually going to push the price in pound yen. Mr. Pound Yen. So let's look at the possible targets on the left hand side on a 4 hour time frame. If my liquidity feed, if my chart feed sort of a tool right here, if it allows me to access the liquidity feed from the past in a 2 hour time frame, that'd be lovely. Oh, looks like I can't. Oh, I can access. All right, so looking at the 4 hour time frame, we actually talked about how 160, 300 could have been a possible level, but looks like once price starts breaking 154.930, this could be a possible target right here. This right here, let's just draw a rectangle. So bam, bam, bam. So this right here, this level, and this level could be possibly, let's say, 164.345. So that could be in target for the price to tap first. All right, let's just look further left and see what's happening. Further left. All right, so I can't really access the liquidity feed from after January 18th. So I mean, it is what it is. But anyways, so we actually found out now at this point in time, we actually found out that, you know what, if price is actually trying to break 155.875, 156.345 is also one of the key levels that the price actually needs to reject from and start breaking up if it's actually moving up, right? So that way it will make much more sense for the price to dive in that clear range on the left hand side. So for pound yen, I would love to see if the news is going to pump it even higher, and we will see. For now, let's dive into gold. Obviously, pound yen is ranging, so let's look at the gold and see what's happening from a monthly sort of a time frame. Looking at the candles from a monthly sort of a perspective, still monthly candle heavy bearish. So we have actually broken the previous monthly candles low as well. There is still higher chance that the monthly candle could close bearish. It still has 6 more days. And all of these days out of, for example, let's say, this month of June, so where did June start? June started from around here, right? So the month of June overall has been bearish. If you look into the candles, look at this. So this is where the June started, right? This is exactly where the June started. And funny enough, right at the start of the month, that's when the trend started changing. Look at this. Prices were pushing up. For example, from May, let's look at prices from 15th of May, right? So this is in about 15, 14. Obviously, 15 is 15 looks like it was a Saturday, but look at this. Let's look at the price from a 14 May sort of a perspective, the halfway of the previous month, May, right? So from May 14th all the way till May 31. Look at this. Price was bullish. It was just moving up bullish. Such a nice cycle, moving up, moving up, moving up. And all of a sudden after May 31st, look at this. May 31st comes in June, the beginning of the June. So from June, price is starting to move down, move down, move down. So let's break exactly around halfway through the month. Oh, so look at this. So the around half of the month has been bullish. And from half mark of the month, again, from the 17th, from the potential 17, another Monday, price has been bearishing down. So the most of the parts in these monthly candles, it has been bearish. So we may see a continuation on the downside. I do believe gold is going to push even lower. I do believe, because we have recently got news like, you know what, U.S. Government is trying to build better opportunities for jobs. They're trying to create more jobs, and they're trying to use different tools to pump up economy. So maybe U.S. dollar is actually gaining strength in a slow pace, but yeah. And give me a second right here, and we will break down if there's any opportunity in gold. Obviously, the main attraction is in the next 11 minutes. Until then, we can be hawkish. We can talk about anything else. But yeah, the main attraction is then. Maybe that's when we will actually see the actual volume in the market, right? So we have to wait until then. Dun-dun-dun-dun. All right, so looking at gold, I would actually like to see a downside move below, I would say, below 1763.35. Once price starts breaking these levels, breaking the current daily low mark, we may push down, and that will be lovely. I still want to see a continuation in this monthly sort of a time frame on the downside. So we will see what's going to happen. We will exactly see what's going to happen. So for example, let's go into the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening, right? So the 4-hour time frame, look at this. Current 4-hour candle hanging around that previous 4-hour resistance. So for example, if I actually erase this channel. So this channel, funny enough, look at how the channel actually aligned with yesterday's price action sort of analogy, right? So what we actually said yesterday was price was actually moving in a channel. If you look into the 1 hour, 4 hour, 2 hour, whatever, look at this. So we actually anticipated that, this channel is being respected, and the channel got respected, and the price moved all the way down. And again, the price started rejecting the bottom of the channel around NYSE. The volume pushed the gold price all the way up, and that got corrected in the next instant. That just got corrected in the next instant. And prices started moving down inside the channel. Somehow, funny enough, channel wasn't respected, and candles, after breaking the channel on the downside, started moving down. It's actually interesting, isn't it? It's very, very interesting. Somehow the channels are respected. It's actually interesting to see how prices react around the channel. Another price action to another another way to enjoy how the prices move and monitor it, right? So it's quite interesting. And for now, the price of gold is in this hardcore no trade range where the prices have performed so bad recently, right? So, but looking at the 1 hour alone, looking at the 1 hour and recent traffic on the left hand side, and just this price action, it seems as if price is approaching higher and higher. There is a potential chance. There is a potential for the candles to actually move up nice and slow. Looking at the way how it's actually rejected the bottom, rejected this previously broken resistance. If this was an hourly resistance, price actually broke above. The second candle, this is the second candle that broke above, closed above. This is the third candle. This is the third candle that actually rejected that broken resistance. So what does that tell us? Maybe price for now, it could actually move up and give us some sort of scalping opportunities. But until then, the major attraction in the market right now is the monetary policy. Maybe the market is waiting for that. A lot of investors, traders are waiting for that. That's why market is moving so slow. That could be the case. But if you look into the 4 hour, 4 hour is damn sure ugly. Look at this. Look at the way the 4 hour is moving side by side. Just, man, I usually stay away from the wicks like this and the traffic around. I stay away from the traffics where there's a lot of these sort of exhaustion wicks. That's clearly an exhaustion wick. You know, this is how the candles exhaust. That's how the candles take a breather, and they say to us, you know what? Oh man, I'm taking a breather. I'm not gonna move. So, and it gives us a early signal that, you know what? Maybe we gotta stay away from the market too. That gives us an early signal. For now, the 4 hour candle is very close to this previous 4 hour candle's resistance level right at this point in time. If any of the 2 hour, 1 hour candles starts closing above this resistance, that is potentially 1783, let's say 20. If prices starts closing above 1783.20, there is a chance that price can actually push up just for now. With presence of volume side by side, candles could push up. Candles could actually push up. So we are 7 minutes away from pounds monetary policy summary. So we will see what's going to happen. 2 hour has 5 more minutes left for its close. 2 hour has 5 more minutes left for its close. Yep. Hourly candle looks beautiful, to be honest. Hourly candle looks beautiful. The recent traffic on the left hand side is clean, and it's pretty obvious for anybody to expect, just looking at this clear traffic and just looking at the recent price action, to expect the price to push up. But for me, this is a hardcore no trade range for me, you know. So somebody else can disagree with me, so that could work. But for me, it is a hardcore no trade range. And buying right at this 4 hour resistance is not my trading style. It doesn't make sense, does it? If a smaller time frame makes sense, that doesn't mean necessarily you take a trade. Sometimes you have to keep an eye open. You have to keep an eye open in rest of the higher time frame structure, where prices often respect it and often reject it heavily. So buying around a 4 hour resistance right at the first wave doesn't make sense. If the price is eventually going to break it and is actually going to close above, as I said, at least a 2 hour, at least a 1 hour time frame closing above this resistance could give us an early sign that, you know what, price could move up. Price could eventually move up for scalping sort of opportunity. But an overall time frame, as we discussed, from a monthly, from a daily sort of a cycle, it's still bearish. At least bearish for me. So gotta be careful. You know, it's not a it's the idea is not to force a trade. The idea is not to force a trade, rather be relaxed and wait for the market to give you your best setup. If you don't know what's your best setup that you capitalize off of, you have to do your own bit of research. You have to do more back testing. You have to clearly define what is your setup. And in my setups, I've clearly defined myself that, you know what, I have to look at the higher time frame, and I have to clearly note down higher time frames, and keep that in the back of the head before taking a trade. And price rejecting this 4-hour resistance is only telling me that, you know what, it's good that I didn't take a buy on the top, on the very top near a 4-hour resistance. But the recent price action makes sense for the price to move up. So if something rings in your head, if a bell rings in your head, that's it. All right. If you got the idea that I'm talking about, brilliant. But until then, just gotta wait a little bit more. So for sales, so what about sales, right? So what if sales are coming in? Maybe for sales, at least gotta see candles closing below 1781.80 first. And if the candles, for example, let's say this was a recent resistance, right? So if the candles start closing below 1780, let's say 70. If the candles start closing below 1780.70, this price action on the top, these 3 candles, could be a fake breakout on the top. And if that's a fake out on the top, where is the price going to go next? More than likely on the downside. Now, somebody else can disagree with the idea, just looking at the support and looking at the way how the candles have been making proper price action recently, right? But I have to keep this in my head that, you know what, long-term bias, a higher time frame bias is still sell. So it is what it is. Let's go into pound yen. So the main attraction is only about 2 minutes away now. 2 minutes away. So we have this monetary policy summary. So if you look at the red folder, this tells you that, you know what, this is a high volatile news. So you, especially around these times, these are the times where beginner retail traders, they lose all of their money. They even go in negative balance. So usually I stay away from this, right? I actually stay away from this. I'm going to see if there's going to be firework, if there's going to be some sort of action in the market. So keeping an eye open. So I'm keeping an eye open for buying sort of a scenario if the prices push up, and we will see. We will see. But I'm not going to take an entry right around the clock of such a high impact volatile news. So I'm just going to stay here, waiting to see if volatility could die a little bit, and then I'll scale into a position. But until then, I'm just relaxed. I am just relaxed. I think this is going to be one of those days where the candles just melts. Boom. All right, let's see. Let's see if the candles are going to... Jules says, how is your broker now, Anuj? Hope all is well. Yeah, I actually talked to the brokerage guys, and they said, you know, you know, and I even said, I have actually a video. I have a screenshot of everything that happened. And they said, oh, okay, really? And they said, can you share it to us? I'm like, there's no use of me sharing to you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to withdraw my money in around like this coming Monday. So they said the same thing at the beginning. They said, oh, you know what, we'll have a look in the next coming 7 days. In the next coming 24 hours to 48 hours, and our specialists are going to have a look, and maybe they will contact you for any review, any special whatever, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh dude, this is the same thing you did last time. So what's new? How is this going to fix my problem, right? Let's see. So we are around the clock right now, and the spreads haven't spiked in yet. All right, so maybe candles are okay. So all right, so slowly melting, and it's falling, and oh my god, and the spread is going crazy, melting. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna change my brokerage. So this was about 50 pips move in 1 second. All right, so Z Anonymous says, sorry, do you think that since gold has been testing the up because yesterday it tested I mean, we're not looking at gold at this point in time, we're just looking at pound yen. Pound yen moving pretty strong here. 50 pips move in just 1 second. 50 pips and it's melting. Ooh, pound yen is melting, man. Pound yen is actually melting. What's happening with the monetary policy? Let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. Are they talking about bad stuff? Is pound yen dropping today? Oh, wow. Look at the way it's actually moving. We are in about 1 minute in this 1 minute in this volatile sort of a atmosphere at this point in time. So the candles are pushing down pretty hard, trying to see if candles make some sort of resistance before heading down. Let's see if it's actually going to drop down crazy or it's actually going to make some sort of resistance around this level. Let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Wow. It's kind of strong. 50 pips in just 50 just 1 second. Just 1 second. Yeah. All right, so everything else is also moving slightly. So maybe there there are shock effects coming. There are shock effects happening, right? So gold is also moving a little bit. Let's see. Let's see eventually if gold pumps up for today's scalping opportunities, for today's scalping buys, or if it's actually going to reject that level. And let's see how pound yen pans out in the next few minutes. Wow. I definitely know traders. I definitely know traders who took a buy stop and a sell stop, and probably they got profited here. They probably got profited. But I didn't take it. Obviously, I didn't take it. I'm not in any sort of position yet. So whoever took that position, maybe with a sell stop, man, you should be in profits. It's a good idea to secure. It's a good idea to secure. But the thing about trading around volatile news is sometimes you get slipped, right? And that's not good at all. If you get slipped, you can also be in negative pips, right? Even if your bias was correct, you can still be in negative pips. So that's the ugly part about volatile news and slippage around it. And so I'm going to change my broker this coming July. 100%. I'm going to change my broker. So I'm going to move to a friendly, reliable broker. We guys know about that broker too. So it's our Rogers brokerage, Dominion Market, and hope that journey is going to be really nice. Wow, it's actually melting. It's actually melting. Wow. Wow, it's melting. Let's see. Yeah, looks like pound yen is dropping. Pound yen is dropping. So all these monthly candles retracement, is that going to be a hoax? Okay. So the current daily candle is actually bearish, rejecting 154.930 level. 4 hour, wow, heavy bearish, heavy bearish. I'm not in any sort of position. I am not in any sort of position right now. Trying to see if price actually finally hits this level. And this level is 153, 180 level. Wow, it's pushing down nice and slow. Oh, Palin says, I read on Raj's recent post in the comment area. Someone is having issue with withdrawing funds. I mean, if you've seen it in a comment, maybe that could be a spam, because Raja is doing so well. You know, this is one of the uh, bad things about the society, and I don't know, you know, just one of those bad parts of about the community, that they can't they can't stand other people's success, right? Raja has been really successful, and he has, you know, recently opened a brokerage, so people just want to trash him. So from our group in Market Fluidity, there is no complaints at all about Dominion Market. People are having nice time. If somebody was having a hard time withdrawing funds, they would complain to the support team. They wouldn't comment on Raj's post, will they? I don't think so. It doesn't make sense, does it? It doesn't really make sense. And it's also the one of the things to keep in mind is it's just another brand new brokerage firm, right? So it's just another firm. So there are going to be some technicalities, some technical issues that the brokerage is going to face as a beginning business, as a beginner platform. But people trashing somebody else's business is not nice. Obviously, I showed you guys my terminal yesterday, and I wasn't trashing somebody else. That was fact. You know, that was actually fact. The fact that I faced a frozen market. You know, I capitalize off of the moving market, and if they're playing with my money, if they're like, come on, you know. So I'll definitely change it to Dominion market. Hopefully, that's going to be beautiful. I mean, I actually emailed the brokerage. I emailed the support guys in the current brokerage, and they didn't approach my same problem with a different approach. You know, they said the same thing, and they wanted me to wait for another 24 48 hours. Okay, I'm going to wait for another 24 48 hours, but are they going to fix anything? Are they actually going to is there going to be some sort of incentive to a regular trader who trades in their brokerage like almost every single day, Monday to Friday, and he's talking good about them? You know, it's like not good at all. All right, so gold is pumping up, still in this no trade range for me. So if you look into the 1 hour time frame, actually closed above 1781.80. So let's see if the prices can successfully break 1784.90. That way, there is still clear range on the upside. So we'll see what's going to happen if buys are coming in gold. 30-minute candle currently has broken the previous 30-minute candle's high, has 19 more minutes left for its close. So the current 15-minute candle has 4 more minutes left for its close in gold. Let's see if this is a recent rejection, if this is a recent support that has formed in gold, or are we going to get a rejection from the top for the price to further continue down? Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, everything is moving so hard right now. Every single thing is moving so hard. So the current hourly candle is still staying bearish here. So is that 50 pips? Is that the only push we're gonna get here, or the prices are going to actually retrace even down, even lower? Are we actually going to get prices heading even lower, or is it actually going to hang around that area? Oh my God, my computer's slow today. Mr. Computer is slow. Mr. Computer is slow. Okay, just give me a second. Just give me a second. And let's go here. 1, 2, 3. Let's just see this. Pound yen. Let's look at pound USD and see what's happening with pound USD. Pound USD the same, very similar. Pound USD and pound yen, pretty similar. Pretty similar. Doesn't look different at all. Pound AUD is dropping. Our pound AUD structure makes sense to fall down. It's kind of like it's rejecting that top area. Prices has been ranging side by side for some time, rejecting the top, making high low lows and lower high. Pound AUD does make sense to drop down. This the structure does look as if it can actually drop down, right? So pound yen on the other hand, still hanging around that 1 hour sort of a support area. Want to see a continuation on the downside if that's actually happening. I mean, if this eventually, if this hourly candle flips bullish, man, this is a big, huge liquidity wick. If this hourly candle flips bullish, so we will see in the next 30 to next 40 minutes if this hourly candle pans out to be a liquidity wick or something. We will see. All right, so the previous 15-minute candle closed bearish. Current 15-minute candle is still around that area. So the previous 15-minute candle still has a decent bearish body or a decent bearish posture because it has a decent huge body, right? So this body is not just a normal body. It's a big volatile, big volume body, and the wick may seem big, huge, but that could only be another idea for the candle to further fill, another path for the candles to further fill and follow along, right? So let's see if the candles are actually going to push down or something. So the 5-minute candle has still maintained a resistance around this area, even if it's rejected the bottom. Let's see how the current 5-minute candle is actually going to move from there. 1 minute ranging side by side. Interesting. Yep. Okay. Okay-o. Gold hourly candle trying to approach 1784.90. We are almost about 17 minutes away from that volatile news that just happened. I mean, it was not so volatile, to be honest. Let's just name it a volume news sort of event that just happened. Not an exact volatile news, but a high volume news, let's say. Because the price didn't move too volatile, did it? It just moved down. That's it. it didn't, and these spreads didn't spike up too hard too. So fair enough to call it a volume news rather than calling it a volatile news. Because if it was to be volatile, all the move down that should have been corrected, and we haven't seen any move correction yet. So we'll see. It looks like gold is pushing up here, nice and slow. Gold is pushing up nice and slow. Previous 15-minute candle close bullish above these 15-minute resistance area right now, and the current 15-minute candle is still bullish too. So if this 15-minute candle somehow makes a low and tries to move up, that could be a good chance to scale into scalping sort of a buying opportunity here. That could be a good chance to scale for buying opportunities. To be honest, if this current 15-minute candle makes a proper low before heading up, because this is hardcore pre-New York as well, and obviously in our regular times, we see a lot of volumes around these times, pre-New York, New York Open, NYSE. So if there's enough volume for the gold to actually drive up for now, we have to see these candles making a proper body. That way we have a stronger confluence on our side, right? So let's see what's going to happen. Obviously, previous 5-minute candle here closed bearish. Interesting. Dun dun dun. Yep. Mr. Gold. Dun. Boom, boom, boom. Gold is pumping up. Yep. Interesting. 15-minute looks nice because the current 15-minute candle actually broke the previous 15-minute candle's high. I'm not in any sort of position yet. I am not in any sort of position yet. It has been a normal day where I've showed up in front of the chart, and this for me is still a no trade range. I haven't got my confluence yet, especially from the lower time frame. I need proper structures. If it's actually not going to move without giving me any proper entry, it's okay. It's definitely fine. It looks like there is enough volume in the market right now for the price to drive up, if it's actually driving up. 1784.90. Wow. It's pushing up pretty hard. Gold is bullishing up. So the current daily candle is bullish, has a decent wick on the bottom, but I don't know. I don't trust this one candle bearish. I actually don't trust it. So here's what I'm gonna do, right? In pound yen, I'm thinking about a sell here. I'm actually thinking about a sell because the candle has actually broken the previous candle's low. From here is in about 10 pips stop loss, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take a sell right here, anticipating 10 10 to 12 pips of profit with a with pre-New York volume, with an anticipation of pre-New York volume to drive the price down. So watch this. I'm actually going to show you my position too right here. So not sure if the Zoom guys can see it, but let's see if I can share it with you guys. So watch this. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. That's my position right there. So I've actually taken a sell here. So pound yen, I've taken a sell on the break of the previous 5-minute candles low within about 10 pips stop loss on the top. So if the price is actually going to move up, if the price is going to move down with a volume along its sides, beautiful. But if it's actually going to hit me, on my stop loss, I mean, this is sort of like an volume anticipated trade. If it's actually going to go against me, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I've actually showed you guys my terminal as well. I'm still in it, in about 4 pips in drawdown at this point in time. 3 pips in drawdown. Let's see if it's actually going to continue, because the 5-minute does make sense, right? Because the 5-minute has made another low. And if this news sort of a push down was to be volatile for me, it had to be corrected already. Price hasn't corrected it yet. So is there still a chance for the price to push down? I mean, I've just recently taken a position on the break of the low. So let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see an impulsive position taken around core pre-New York. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see if it's actually going to work. Let's see. Let's see. Because we are in about 24 minutes away from the actual news event already. And if the volatility has died and the market direction for now is bearish, if it's going to continue down, lovely. If it's actually going to hit me on my stop loss, man, I am still in profits for the week, right? I'm still in profits for the week. So I'm playing with the house's money to compound at this point in time. So we'll see. I mean, I don't suggest somebody else taking this trade, because this is something taken with anticipation, with volume, and also experience alongside. So if it's actually going to hit me on my stop loss, I'm okay about it, because this is an impulsive trade trying to capitalize on the big volume that has been induced in the market. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm still in the trade. I've showed you guys my terminal already. So there you go. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. I'm still in it. Let's see. All right, so the current 15-minute candle in pound yen has 3 more minutes left for its close. So what I wanted to see was I wanted to see volume to push the candles down, right? So if I start feeling uncomfortable, so the way how this 15-minute candle is retracing at this point in time in its last 3 minutes, it's actually making me uncomfortable. Maybe the price is going to make another proper resistance around 15 and 30 minutes sort of a time frame, right? So I did give this trade a chance. Almost was like a gambling sort of a trade. This one, because it was an impulsive trade and at the very bottom, but anticipated a break of the low and continuation down with volume. For now, it's actually retracing up very close to the previous 5-minute candle's open price. I want to see a push down. If it's actually going to go up, man, if I feel uncomfortable, I may even close the position. For now, I'm in 5 pips drawdown at this point in time. 5 pips of drawdown. Let's see. Let's see if this compounding sort of a idea is valid or is very impulsive. Because we are in about 33 minutes away. We are 33 minutes away from the New York Bank Open. Maybe the New York Bank also, the New York market also wants its piece of a pie. Maybe it wants its premium price. So maybe the prices are going to drive up and is going to drive down later only if it's actually driving down. So this is what I'm going to do. Let's go into the 1 minute time frame. 1 minute time frame ranging side by side. Man, I wanted to see a push down. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to let this 5 minute breathe. Let's see. For the next 1 minute and 30 seconds. Letting this 5 minute breathe. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. So this trade was taken about 20 minutes after. This trade was taken about 20 minutes after the news event. And after the price made a proper structure on a 5 minute. But for now, it's not moving down. I'm still in drawdown. In about 4 pips in drawdown at this point in time. Let's see. Minute candle closing in the next 15 seconds. Retracing pretty hard. I wanted to see if this current 15-minute candle could actually fuel the wick all the way down, giving me at least 10, 12, 11 pips. So it actually didn't happen. Right now, the position. So the previous 5-minute candle has closed bullish at this point in time. So the current 5-minute candle also hanging around there. Seems as if the price is ranging side by side. So let's see if the price is going to continue down or are we going to move up. If it's actually going to break its own high at this point in time, I will close the whole position. That's simple as it is. If the current 15-minute candle breaks its own high, I'm going to close the whole position. Let's see, at this point in time, in about 3 pips in drawdown. But the full position is still there. Because this position, I actually explained the idea behind it. I even showed my terminal, right? So, let's see, we're going to see. We are going to see. Yep. The trade is running. Let's see. So the current 15-minute candle is still bearish. Let's see. I just need 10 pips out of the market. 10 pips. I just need 10 pips. Let's see. Just need 10 pips out of the market. Wow. And it's moving down. I'm still in the position as I explained as I explained throughout my position taking and throughout whatever's happening right now, throughout the price action, this has been taken with experience, right? I only took it after 20 minutes after the volatile on news, which turned out to be only a big volume sort of a news. The news only attracted a lot of volume in pound yen. At this point in time, price, I am in about 4 pips in profit. At this point in time, I just need 10 pips out of the market and I will be out. I will be out, right? So simple as that. So let's see what's going to happen. If this candle is going to retrace up, if this candle is going to retrace up, I will close all of my position. If this candle breaks its own high, if this 5-minute candle breaks its own high, I'm going to close the whole position, because at this point in time, letting it breathe doesn't make sense. Previously, this 5-minute candle, letting it breathe did make sense, was looking uncomfortable, but obviously I let it breathe, right? For now, it's working. As long as it gives me 10, 12 pips, I'm out of the market. So let's see what's going to happen. See what's going to happen. Yep, we are pushing down nice and slow, in about 6 pips in profit at this point in time. So the current 15-minute candle is doing the previous 15-minute candle's job. Look at this. Look at the way the current 15-minute candle is forming here. This was definitely a experience involved trade. So whatever is happening right now, this 15-minute candle is doing the previous 15-minute candle's job, trying to fuel the wick on the downside. If this current 15-minute candle retraces above its around its open price, if it's actually going to head anywhere closer to its high, I'm going to close the whole position, because at that point in time, it doesn't make sense. Let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. We are in about 27 minutes away from the market open at this point in time, and the price is quite a bit retracing. Do I like it? If you ask me, no, I don't, because I was anticipating a volume push on the downside. If it's ranging, for me, it's only a good idea to close the position, man. So let's see what's going to happen in the next 55 seconds. What's going to happen in the next 55 seconds? All right, so on YouTube, a friend wanted Opus says, peeling heavy at 8 Wagyu. I have, sir. I have. Please don't tell anybody else. All right, so the 5-minute candle, previous 5-minute candle support looks like it closed below. I'm anticipating volume to push the price down, trying to take in about 10 pips out of the market. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see if my trade, if my impulsive trade does work or not. In about 8 pips in profit at this point in time, I'm going to secure once I hit that 10 pips mark. Let's see. All right, so at this point in time, securing 10 pips right here, securing 10 pips, letting the trade, letting the runner run at break even. So let's see if I've actually catch the trade, which is going to melt down. Let's see if it's actually going to push up and stop me at a break even. I will be okay about it at this point in time, because I've secured 10 pips out of it already. I don't care. I don't care. Let's see. So I actually called this trade out today. Obviously was an advanced trade. I don't expect people to take it with me. This one, I don't, because was actually risky. You know, it was definitely risky. 10 pips secured. Pre-New York. Pre-New York. Volume trade. All right, so Wanted Opus says, do you trade it similar to Wix Don't Lie? So you can say that. You can actually say that, because because one of the traders followed from right at the beginning, right? So whenever I started trading, Roger Banks, Uncle Ted, so they were my reference to learning trade and ideas behind trade. So quite similar, I would say very similar. So over past years, I've learned a lot of risk management sort of idea from Roger Banks, that Wix Online, and he's one of the best guys out there in terms of risk management. Trust me. So it's very similar, and I'm happy that my trading style is similar to Roger Banks' style because it's amazing. Let's look at gold at the same time. I haven't looked at gold. Hopefully my guys secured something out of gold. Nice. Beautiful. Beauty. My runner is still running. Let's see if this trade is gonna melt down, if it's actually going to push down even more. Let's see what's going to happen. Beautiful trade, man. Beautiful trade. All right, so we have somebody named Zoom user in our in our Zoom session here. That's funny. Anyways, funny. I mean, I got this amazing trade, man. This was beautiful, and my stop loss was only 10 pips, a regular amount of stop loss that I use, so which is pretty good. It worked out, gave me about 1:1, 10 pips, and I mean, half of my position is still running. So let's see what's gonna happen, if it's actually going to help me compound or not. Let's see. So the current 30-minute candle still has 19 more minutes left for its close. If this 30-minute candle could eventually fill the wick on the left-hand side and push down, that'd be lovely, because we do have clear traffic on the left-hand side here. On a 30-minute time frame, we do have clear traffic all the way down till I would say 153.750. Let's see what's gonna happen. So here's the thing, right? So I'll give another explanation on my trade, and I'll tell you why I took it, and maybe your effective backtesting could help you understand why I took it too and why it made sense to me. All right, so this was a trade I always missed out as a beginner, right? And what was the idea behind this trade? The idea behind this trade was that I would wait for the volatility to die, or the volume to kind of be consistent, right? So obviously I saw the push of the news, and when I saw it, I definitely read that, you know what, market was moving down in a consistent sort of a way. It was not volatile. It didn't move in a haphazard sort of a way. It moved down consistent. If the news was to be volatile, all this push down was to be corrected, but the push down wasn't corrected. The push down continued, and that's what I was actually waiting for. So me taking a trade 20 minutes after the volatile or the volume news was a valid idea, because 20 minutes after, maybe the volume would have died, and maybe a proper structure in the market would have been a possible reasonable idea to enter with. So what I waited for was at least 20-25 minutes, and prices start retracing like this, and prices made a resistance. Makes sense. Now I just needed to wait for another 2 or 3 candles to give me more confirmation. So this second candle forming a resistance was the confirmation for me that, you know what, we are 20 minutes away and the structure makes sense. So what if I take a trade with the next candle when it makes its proper high and it actually breaks the low? And I actually took the trade and I shared it with you guys too. It was obviously an advanced trade too, so I didn't expect everybody else to take it 100%. But the trade was taken on the break of this high anticipated volume, and I let this candle breathe with 10 pips stop loss. At this point in time, I am at break even. So if it stops me out at break even, I am okay about it. But that was the trade, man. That was the trade. I was waiting for volume side by side to push the price down. So it happened. It definitely happened. Our wanted Opus says, so you take sales when the 5-minute support broke and you wanted the wick to get filled. I mean, you can say that. You can say that too. But side by side, I had to keep this idea in the head that, you know what, we just had this heavy push on the downside, and this heavy push did make sense in a lot of levels. It did make sense in a lot of levels. Jur says, good catch. We read that. So thank you, Jur. Thank you. This was a good catch. Good catch. And my runner is still there. So let's see what's gonna happen. Am I gonna be stopped at a break even, or looks like it? Looks like I can actually be stopped at a break even here. So gold moved all the way up. I'm good, Sachi. I'm good. How are you? Yep, I did. And I got stopped at a break even. So half of my position got stopped at a break even right now, right at this point in time. So for another entry, I have to see the market actually inducing some sort of volume in pound JPY. So we will see. Oh yeah, we actually have. We do have unemployment claims. Oh, so that's interesting. I actually didn't notice this, but this is actually interesting. We have final GDP and unemployment claims. Maybe that's going to move the market too. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, so I've actually explained my ideas about GJ, and there is a higher chance the volume can actually drive the price of GJ even lower. That's just my anticipation. So we will see. Take care. You too, Saji. Take care. All right. So Jur says gold is a mess. We'll wait for the unemployment claims. Yeah, it does make sense. So we are in about 14 minutes away from the New York market open at this point in time. 14 minutes away from the New York market open. My rest of the position got stopped at a break even. I managed to secure 10 pips. So beautiful day today. I mean, this is beautiful. See, I took a risky trade with experience. So this trade was definitely with a lot of experience. So look at this. So the position got stopped at a break even and it's trying to move down right now. So this is the worst part, right? Where you actually let a runner run with a break even. And you get stopped at a break even and then it moves later on. So this is just funny. Funny. I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate ya. I'm a simple man. Alright, so the current 30-minute candle is still hanging around that gray area. So I'm gonna call this gray area 154 to let's say 154.210, right? So if prices stay below 154.210, there is a chance that price can actually drive down. But if prices start closing above 154.210, there is a chance that some of the news pump on the downside could be corrected. So I would rather wait for price to drop down than anything else. Let's see what's going to happen. Wow, look at this, man. I got stopped at a break even. And it's moving down right now. That's not nice. Interesting. 1 minute is ranging side by side. 1 minute has been ranging side by side. And we are 10 minutes away from the market open. So it looks like the prices in pound yen could actually push up before heading down. If pound yen is willing to move down, that could be the case here. That could be the case. Look at the way how price has been engaging with this 154.210 level. Look at the way price tapped that level once, another time. Price tapped that 154.210 one more time, and again. So maybe 154.210 is a key level for now. If prices start closing above it, it's gonna move up for some recovery. If prices close below, there is still a chance for the price to continue down. So we'll see. Yeah, but it looks like it's an early day for me, you know, because there is no necessity for me to stay in front of the market when I've secured my bags already, and I've secured 10 pips already today. So obviously I'm going to stay here for some while, obviously answering some questions from the YouTube gulag and also my Slack friends in the Zoom community. But except for that, I mean, I've secured my bag already. So yeah, we'll see if a pound yen gives me any other opportunity later. But for now, looks like pound yen is still hanging around there. Oh yes, Gulag is actually like a spot. There's actually a background story to Gulag that comes back from the old Cold World Wars, right? So Gulag is a term you use in this online gaming called Call of Duty, and when you die, you get into that Gulag. So one of the meanings of Gulag is like one of the was it prisoner cells or jail, something like that? Yeah, prisons. Let's see. The chief administrative acronym is Soviet labor camps. So you're one of those labor camps where you had to do what the superior used to tell you. You know, so that's what is Gulag. Is a Gulag is the place for beginners, for people who are starting with scratch, who mean nothing. But obviously we respect our people in YouTube, you know, they mean a lot. The support means a lot. But the meaning of Gulag is somewhere where you start from scratch. You literally are with a blank mind and I would say open mind, you know, open mind with the lack of the words. That's what I'm explaining, what Gulag is. True. That's true. But the thing about Gulag is it's a newly, for example, even if the Gulag was used long back ago, I mean obviously, you know, this day and this point of time, this time, people obviously don't take things serious, and Gulag is a term used famously in this online gaming platform, right? So, and it's just come to a highlight right now. So there's no discrimination behind it. It's just a famous term. It's just a term that has come to a highlight. So it's just in slag. Is slag a word? Let's see. Slag. Oh. Let's see. Yep. So it's just a slag. It's just a slag used to criticize. It's just a fun pun, I would say. It's just a pun. Nothing else behind it. So the idea behind Gulag is nothing intended seriously to hurt people's feeling. Society, if your feeling was hurt, I mean, I can stop calling people Gulag. No, if you're okay, I see. That's correct. No, there's enough love and respect already, because the idea by the stream is already value, and it's about friendship, right? So there is obviously a lot of love and respect presented already. That's the theme of the stream. There is never any there's never any intentional harm, any I would say, what's the word, man? I'm lacking with words today. What's the word? Discrimination. Yeah, there's no discrimination intended here. I mean, so the idea behind the stream is value. So, you know, people have to be honest, you know, because I myself have grown up in such an environment. I went into a karate school. I went into a martial arts school where I had to be called different names, but I had to actually accept the fact that, you know what, if I actually want to learn martial art, I don't really give a fuck. I don't really give a shit. I can be called different names, but if I want to learn, I have to show up inside the dojo, respect the master, respect the teacher, whoever that guy was, giving me value. So at the end of the day, if there's value behind the theme, people have to accept that. Obviously, we never intend to discriminate anybody coming to our stream, coming to our platform, respecting us. I mean, I don't see anybody as my potential client, to be honest. Saji, just so that you said, they are my potential clients. I see nobody as my client, and I'm selling nothing except for myself. I'm not selling anything. I'm not selling a course. I'm not saying join my group, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a shit about that, to be honest. I'm here. Yep. So at the end of the day, that's the hardcore idea. If people don't like me, they can get out. So at the end of the day. Yeah. True. True. But I mean, yeah. That's the thing too. As you explained, it's actually true. Oh well, I wouldn't say ragging exactly is ragging. I think rag is pretty bad, isn't it? Ragging. See, I have to use my magical dictionary here. So rag. Apply paint. Oh, ragging initiation ritual. Ooh. No, there's no ragging here, man. No, I wouldn't say that's ragging. True. So Saji, so all of that, whatever Saji said, was only for the good of the community. Obviously, I definitely respect that. I respect that. At the end of the day, it's actually pretty good. Somebody from inside is expressing the YouTubers or the guys in the YouTube community their feeling. It's actually good. I respect that, Saji. Once in a while, when I was a beginner trader and when I approached the advanced traders out there who were giving free values, even I was given the same name. And that was actually a statement out of Saji's heart. I definitely respect it, So, but in our stream, we definitely respect anybody coming here. We respect everybody's opinion. No opinion is wrong or right. We are here just to impart a value and have a good time. This could have been done in an enclosed door behind just a single monitor, but doing it alongside people and actually sharing value, that's the hardcore theme behind Peeling Mindset, where we are actually trying to peel people's mindset like just the onion. Before you cook an onion, before you chop an onion, you peel the onion many times, just like the people's mind, right? We're trying to impart value here. So I definitely respect whatever Saji said. And obviously, guys, in YouTube, this is actually a great thing to acknowledge. If you ever feel as if you are being bullied, if you ever feel you're bullied, you have to raise voice. That was actually pretty good, Saji. You raised the voice for the community. It's actually amazing. I actually like it. Pretty good. All right. So at this point in time, looking at GJ's 1 hour candle. Look at this. So the previous 1 hour candle actually closed below 154.210 and seems as if there's a higher chance for the price to continue down. So I have secured my 10 pips already. So I'm actually looking to see if I can take another position. But before any other position, I have to sort of see. Oh, look at this. Man, I've missed it. So this was the trade right here. I've actually missed it. We are 1 minute in the New York session at this point in time. Look at this. I got stopped. I got stopped at a break even, and the price is moving right now. This is ugly. To be honest, pretty ugly. For me, it's too ugly. This normally happens to me. So when I trade, I secure the market kind of flushes me out. I got stopped out, and the market started moving. Come on, man. Come on. Ooh, it's gonna move down, man. I missed the trade. The possible trade was after the break of this low, but I've missed it. I missed it. So it is what it is. Ooh, it's moving down. Ooh, man, it's gonna move down. 100% is gonna move down. So Zoom user says this guy should be in Capital Hungry's stream, and he would just cry there. Oh, I know. I know what you're saying, Zoom user. I exactly know what you're saying, baby. Ooh, baby. Yeah, man, pound yen just moved down. So my initial sells, my first position was absolutely valid. When I look into it, I secured 10 pips, obviously, and the market is moving down pretty crazy. So it looks like the news only allowed for investors to be attracted into pound yen. It's very interesting how we've been talking about this idea where prices in pound yen and prices in gold moves up in stairs. It moves up in stairs and it drops in elevator. That's what happened today as well. Look at this. Prices moved up in stairs. These are the stairs right here. Bum 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 bum, and the price is dropping down with the volume in an elevator. Just one swift go. Just one swift go. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Interesting, to be honest. Pretty interesting.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.
Wanted Opus says, "Do you trade FTMO?" Not yet. I haven't traded. I haven't done FTMO yet. So I do have sufficient fun at this point in time. So, the idea about FTMO is fine, and I know a lot of people who have capitalized with FTMO's sort of a platform. It's actually pretty good, but I don't know. For a beginner trader, I wouldn't suggest FTMO, but for experienced traders, if they're actually in lack of funds, and if they're consistent in their risk management, consistent in their market operation, market trading, they should go for it. 100% go for it. If you don't have fun, what do? You can't over leverage and over trade. Maybe that could be your idea. Final go-to, I would say. But I don't do FTMO. I do have enough fund to pay me monthly. Actually pretty cool how pound yen moved. This is actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. So another possible entry for a New York Open was the break of this low. If anybody in the YouTube actually wants to know where could have been a possible entry around the break of the 154 100, this sort of a level was the possible entry. And how do you take that entry? Maybe with a pending, right? So you have to ask yourself, and see how could you actually take trades without a proper wick on the top, maybe with a pending, anticipating the volume, right? So I anticipated the volume around here at the beginning, and that did work out. I got 10 pips, right? I definitely got 10 pips out of the market. But look at this, I got stopped out at break even. Market moved down eventually. So the trade idea was valid. Second entry was around here. 154, 100 was the absolute level where we could have taken an entry, but obviously, you know, we were having some discussion about ideas out there. You know, some of the traders who really discriminate new learners. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine for now. Saji says FTMO expects 10% in 10 days. This can spoil sound trading habit. Already? Is it? That's funny. I didn't know about that. I haven't actually looked into FTMO. To be honest, I haven't looked into FTMO. Let's see. Let's have a look at it. FTMO. No, you know what? We're not going to look at it. We'll look at it at the end when the stream ends. But man, I've actually secured my bags for today. So, you know, there's no need I need to overtrade. So I can actually fairly call it a day, to be honest. I'm going to stay here for the next few minutes, obviously, with my friends and the community. So if there's any question, any queries, we will answer it. But other than that, looks like I'm going to stay off of the market for now. Wow, gold moved up, man. Gold on 5 minute. Wow, it pushed all the way up. In about 26 pip. Amazing. Interesting. So for example, if you really want to learn from the market, right, from your current experience, if you look into gold and you ask yourself the question, where could have I taken a proper entry if my bias was buy? Look at this. The entry on the break of this high above 1884.90 was a possible entry, because eventually, look at this. This 1784.90 was a no trade range identified at the beginning, right? So look at this. This was a no trade range from here to here. So maybe anticipation of volume alongside clear traffic on the left hand side on the break of this level, the top of the range, and anticipating the price to fuel the wick. Maybe that could have been a proper entry right there on the break of this low, or maybe this low. So if you go back into the market, you can actually learn from the market just by asking a question, a simple question, saying that, you know what, where could have I taken a proper entry? So around here, a buy within about 10-12 pips stop loss back in the range, anticipating the volume would have given you in about 20 pips. So anyways, if anybody took that gold buys, man, beautiful. To be honest, beautiful. And we are 10 minutes in the New York market at this point in time, and previous 5-minute candle close bullish. So is this another structure that the price is making before going down? Is the price doing this? Dun, 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 dun. Is that going to happen? I mean, we are only 10 minutes in the market and it's still volatile. So maybe gotta wait a little bit more, right? Because 10 minutes in the market, it's still volatile. This is the market open volatility, and you don't want to be a part of market volatility, market massacre. So gotta be a little clever, I would say. Jackie Yem says, I think funding talent is better than FTMO. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've actually heard a lot of people working with funding talent. But what's the difference? What's the difference between FTMO and funding talent? All right, so let's you keep some of the demo account profit too, but in the long run it may become more expensive. $75 a month for da-da-da, and for subscription fee around da-da, if I'm not mistaken. Interesting. Saj Jacob, Saj Jack says, "Is Saj Jack on YouTube? Saji, are you Saj Jack on YouTube?" All right, he says, Carl. Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Carl Lewis. All right, who's this Carl Lewis? He's a track athlete. Oh, is it? True, true, absolute marathon. Oh no. Yay. True, true, true. Absolutely, absolutely. If you're not consistent, I mean, as we talked about, new beginner traders, they get enticed into the monetary factor of returns. They see the big returns, a big account size, but at the end of the day, they're giving you a demo account. That's what I understand. They give you a demo account and they pay looking at your performance. Man, come on. You have to be consistent before jumping into any of these secondary options. To be honest, that's what I feel. That's just my opinion. Somebody else can disagree. Maybe somebody else has been making a lot of money just doing that, but it is what it is. Facts are fact. And look at the way how the current 5-minute candle is forming. It's actually interesting, as we talked about. Maybe the price is actually doing this. Dun dun dun. Maybe it's trying to do that. I mean, I'm not going to take an entry right now, but obviously, whoever is actually looking into any perspective in the market, sales still do look probable. It doesn't look like candles are moving up anytime soon here. Have to see if the NYSE could finally retrace the price a little bit higher before dropping down. But obviously, I'm expecting a 15-minute, 30-minute resistance, and that'll be lovely. All right, so wanted Opus says, does Peeling have a funding program? No, I don't. I don't have time to manage all this stuff. See, so why would I build a funding talent? Man, come on, I would fund myself. Why would I fund somebody else? It's just funny. I would fund myself. If I have money, I'm going to put it into my own account. Why would I give it to somebody else? All right, so this is what we're gonna do right here. So whoever took that early pound yen trade, as I explained it, as it was happening in the 5 minute, if it makes sense, if it made sense, and you capitalized on it, at least something out of the market, this celebration is for you guys. Okay, so if guys on the Zoom don't have the YouTube stream link, because the Zoom guys can't exactly see the celebration. So what I'm gonna do is I'll actually try and send you guys. Dun dun dun. All right, so go into the YouTube link first. Go into the YouTube link and I'll start the celebration. Let's just watch the firework. Let's just watch the YouTube firework, and that'll be lovely. That will be lovely. Wanted Opus says, when you buy FTMO account, they first give you demo and 80% of people fail it. So I say they are profiting, and verification process is the real capital. Okay, maybe. And Saji is talking about, yes, Wanda is a good one, regulated and in operation for decades. Yeah, that's good. That's good to know. Wanda. All right, so guys in the Zoom, go into the YouTube link and we're gonna start the celebration in the next 5 seconds. All right, I've sent the link in the chat. So whoever's in the chat, we're gonna start the celebration in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There you go. That's the celebration right there. That's the firework for you guys. If you took it, if you managed it, beautiful, beautiful day. And thank you. Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. And that was amazing. Whoever took that trade, beautiful. If you managed it, if you believed in that trade, good work. I would say good work. Pritish says, oh, sorry about that. Pritish says this stream is better than the paid streams. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you, Pritish. It's lovely. It's actually lovely how people feel that. Yeah. So that was the celebration, and we are still in it. We are still in the market. Obviously, for now, I haven't taken any position looking at the recent price action, but it looks like pound yen isn't moving up anytime soon, as I've said already, because look at the way how the 30-minute candles close and the way it's approaching the clear traffics on the left-hand side. And we also shared the idea that, you know what, candles moving up with stairs and dropping with dropping in an elevator is a valid idea. It's dropping down with an elevator. Right now, there's no one stopping pound yen. If anybody wants to learn why I took the trade and the reasons behind the trade, go back into the stream when you're done and revise and see what we talked about. You will definitely learn at least something. For a beginner, there is a lot to take, but maybe that's going to help you maybe after, right? So maybe note down the ideas, and definitely it's going to help you. Trust me, it's actually going to help you. So the free values, right? So you gotta utilize, take advantage of the free value. 100% take advantage of the free value. That's all I'm saying. I think, guys, I'm gonna call it a day in the next 5-6 minutes here, because obviously it's it's night time and I've secured my bags. If there's any question from anybody else, I mean, I'm happy to answer it. If there's anything, literally anything, we can just discuss about it. It's an open ground. It's an open ground to discuss ideas. Definitely. Yesterday. Alright, so Wanted Opus says, when was the last time you had a break-even month? So I actually, I think February. Let's see, let's check. Yeah, February was a break-even sort of a month for me. February, and March was good. March was actually good. June has been good so far. I think from around March, that's when I actually, dun dun dun. Let's see. I think from around March, I actually upped my lot. So my lot size, I doubled my lot size from around end of the March, something like that, or midway through March. Sorry, and that was pretty good. March was pretty good. June has been pretty good so far. So I'm looking to see if July is going to be any beautiful, right? If July could be beautiful, that would be lovely. July. Yep. Looks like midway through the March. So that was a London session when I upped my lot, and that was beautiful. But it's been beautiful, man. This channel has been some hard work. It's actually a hard time. It's actually a hard time doing streams. To be honest, it's not easy, man. It's not easy at all. It's actually a hard time. We really had a good time around London, and we changed our project plans, and we have in about 340 subscribers. Look at this. This is something amazing. We had in about 15 subscribers few weeks back. We had in about 15 subscribers, and we have now 340 subscribers. Look at this. Look at this. Amazing. So Zoom user says, take care, buddy. I'm calling it a day to see you all tomorrow. And Tariq says, hey, Anuj, interest rate for pound kept same, which should be good for pound, right? But why it moved down? Is it because of the price already priced it in for pound? Yep, Tariq, whatever you said does make sense. We also talked about it already, right? So the way pound has been moving up, we actually expressed how pound's 3 of the daily candles bullishing up could have been a news pricing in sort of an event. We actually talked about it, didn't we? So look at this. Look at the recent 3 daily candles. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. We actually talked about how price has been rejecting the bottom and moving up. Maybe the news was already priced in. Maybe. We are not sure. That could be the case. All right, Palin here says, Anuj, how do you use the ruler tool to measure the pip target on Tradingview for gold and pound pair? So it's actually pretty simple. You can actually use your keyboard. So there's a shift button, right? If you click this shift button, press the shift button and click and measure. So for example, in pound yen, if it tells you 20, this last value tells you 20, that's 20 pips. But in gold, for example, gold is a little bit different. For gold in this FXCM liquidity feed, for example, if I had to measure 10 pips, this is 10 pips. The last value here, the last value saying 100 points is 10 pips in gold. Very simple, but actually an interesting question that Palin asked. In Tradingview, the 100 point is 10 pips in gold. this is equals to 10 pips. Okay, and in pound yen, the last digit, for example, if you press shift, let's go to the open price, and from open price, pressing the shift button, click and dragging it all the way down, price moved in about 100 pips. Now this is 100 pips in a pound yen. This is not 100 points, 100 pips. So that's how you measure. Pritish is saying wait for the USD news. Okay, I'm gonna hang around 3 more minutes. We will see how the USD news is actually going to move the market. That'll be interesting. I'm gonna wait. Going to wait a little bit more, and then after that, I'm gonna call it a day. So the unemployment claims going to happen in the next 3 minutes. It's interesting to see what's going to happen. Interesting to see what's going to happen. They're expecting bad numbers about it. Actually, no, they're actually expecting good numbers about unemployment claim. So if it turns out to be as they expected, maybe gold's going to drop. Maybe. We will see what's going to happen. We will see what's exactly going to happen. All right, gold seems like it's approaching the 1784 one more time. I would want to see if this monthly candle finally continues all the way down. Let's see what's going to happen in gold. Gold's monthly candle, gold's daily candle. Is it actually going to stay bearish? We will know in the next 20 seconds. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Ooh. All right, so we are around that news time here. Let's see what happened. Unemployment claims, is it good? Any good? Or what was it, bad numbers? That's why gold, is it the fact that gold was priced in as well? Let's see what's going to happen. I cannot see. Oh, it was bad. So that means the unemployment claim was also priced in, potentially. Because gold moved up. So the numbers are bad, and obviously gold should be pumping up. I mean, the final GDP, their GDP is a gross domestic, whatever, is still same, but the unemployment claim is looking bad for U.S. economy because more people are claiming the unemployment claims, right? So gold has already significantly moved up from around London today. So the prices has been pushing up from around London all the way till here, and prices right now retracing even lower. Is that just to grab liquidity to move up? So there's nothing like firework that happened. Nothing like firework happened here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. All right, so I wanted Opus says, how much percentage are you up this month? Interesting question. So midway through this month, I've actually done a $5,000 withdrawal already, which is a small withdrawal, you know, obviously, but I haven't checked how much percentage I've been up after the withdrawal. So we will see. We will see. Yeah, man, I hope that Dominion market's going to be good with me. You know, it's actually going to be amazing. But I'm actually going to change this brokerage. You know, traded with these guys for a long time, almost about a year now. Traded for almost about a year. And at the end of the day, gave me a bad impression about themselves. So, I mean, yeah, they honestly don't know how to handle customers. So, anyways. All right, so we are 3 minutes away from the news already, and looks like gold is retracing down pretty hard at this point in time. Prices have closed below 1784.90 now. So if anybody is looking for a buy, I mean, wait for a support first. Wait for a 30-minute support at least. Wait for a 30-minute, 15-minute support to start with, and then only scale into it. I mean, this is the time. This is the time where I'm actually going to close my terminal. Terminal is closed, and Pratish says, why don't you try IC Markets or Vantage FX? So IC Market for my region. So I'm in Australia, right? So IC Markets for my Australian account, they can't offer me higher leverage, and for a smaller account like me, I need higher leverage, because I'm experienced enough now to play with higher leverage, right? So IC Markets can't allow me the higher leverage because of the regulation. So I can't just go into IC Market telling myself, oh man, I got less leverage, you know, it is what it is. No. I need high leverage. I do. It's just my personal preference. So that's why I moved into these guys. I'm not even going to tell their names, you know, obviously. But yeah, I'm definitely going to shift my broker around end of the month. So that's going to be around I would say Tuesday. Around Tuesday, I'll try and transfer my funds to Dominion account, and that'll be nice. July will be nice. Let's check the calendar as well. If there's something happening, I may even take it off. No, it's a clean day. No, we'll be there. We will be there. All right, so at this point in time, what we're going to do is we are going to close everything right here. Bang, bang, bang. And this is the end of the stream. Thank you guys for coming in. That was a beautiful, beautiful time. We called out the trade in pound yen. Obviously, small number of pips, but 10 pips every day is going to add up to your account. This is something I've learned from my friends over time working in team. You know, securing some every day is going to take you a long way. It's going to take you a long way. So always manage to secure something out of the market. If you don't know how I took the trade, go back into the stream and see how we discussed the ideas. You will definitely see the details about taking the entries and the bias explained and the market reaction explained, everything explained. So you will definitely see it. Until then, take it easy, and we're going to come back tomorrow and try and attack the market tomorrow. Okay? Don't overtrade, don't over risk. Until then, have a beautiful, beautiful time. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Take care.